Hello everywhere! Today we are in Pisa.
We've got a few things to do, so we thought we would come into the city and take you around and give you a little tour. I'm sure many of you have already been to Pisa, and there is much more to the city than the Leaning Tower. So we thought we'd have a walk around with you and just show you a few things. Not the whole city, not everything. I'm sure there's going to be all sorts of things that we'll miss, but we'll just show you some bits of it while we're doing what we need to do. We've left the car in this little car park here, right by the Piazza dei Martiri, the Piazza of the Martyrs. Now, this used to be a monastery years and years ago. And then in the early 1800s, they knocked down the monastery and they were going to build something big and special, but they didn't have the funds to do it. So they ended up building a garden square. Now, there's one curious thing in this square that I noticed last time I was walking through. Carlo, aspetta. Girati, guarda quest'albero.
Incredibile!
This tree has a brick wall inside it.
Ecco, adesso la domanda è: c'era prima il muro o c'era prima l'albero?
Chissà. Who knows?
Incredibile!
We're going to walk down the main shopping street because there's a couple of things down here that I want to show you. Now, there's lots of little alleyways off the main street, many of which I haven't explored, but one day I'll get the time to do it. Now, this part of town here is, I think, the older part of the main street, and this reminds me a bit of Bologna with the covered porticos and a little bit of Napoli, the colour of the buildings.
Africano.
Hai visto? Ti piace?
Italiano?
Sì, sì.
Dove?
Positano.
Dove?
Positano. Amalfi? No, non è qua dietro, è 600 km da qua.
Bella coppia.
Grazie.
Grazie.
Mogli?
Sì, mogli.
Quanti anni insieme?
Mogli e mariti.
Quanti anni insieme? 27.
Perché oggi è festa di coppia a Senegal.
Ah.
In Italia festa di coppia non c'è?
No.
No.
C'è la festa della donna, la festa dell'uomo, la festa della coppia non c'è. E siamo scarsi, che dobbiamo fare?
L'Italia donna comanda.
Sì, assolutamente sì. Invece da voi?
Senegal, questo, Africa. Noi comando il Senegal, 2 mogli e 3 figli.
2 mogli e 3 figli.
Casino,
Lì chi comanda? Comanda l'uomo? Ah, ok.
Questo
Bravo.
non si paga mai, porta fortuna. Guarda, funziona così. Perché voi siete bravi italiani, ma francesi. La mano te la spiego io. Stasera funziona bene con moglie, è segreto.
Sì.
Tira cane, mi paura di cane io.
Non ti piace il cane?
Non mi paura di cane.
Hai paura? No, non ti fanno niente. Ma questa è di vera pelle o è finta pelle?
Guarda bene.
Ok. Quanto vuoi per la cintura?
45 euro.
No, 45 euro
Se
è
ci vai al
troppo.
negozio italiano costano 60 euro.
Lo so.
Negozio di fregare sempre, perché loro pagano.
Ho capito, però 45 euro non ce l'ho.
Strada.
Well, Carlo now buys a belt that he doesn't need. What he was trying to say was, this is
70.
Galileo Galilei.
Queste cose. Adesso dove li metto questi?
So what did you end up buying?
2 cinture
Are they leather at least?
in vera pelle,
Okay.
90 euro.
90 euro?
Sì, sono un sacco di soldi, ma lui era simpatico e vaffanculo, i soldi ce li ho, glieli ho dati. Mi ha regalato questi però. Sì, lui ha fatto un affare, io non lo so. Lui è il mio amico Galileo Galilei e lui era filosofo, inventore, matematico e scienziato in poche parole. Lui è quello che ha perfezionato il cannocchiale inventato dagli olandesi e l'ha fatto diventare un telescopio per guardare le stelle.
And if you're curious, this is where I bought these trousers a few weeks ago.
Ti sta bene.
Thank you.
Questo è il genere di cosa che può succedere solo a Niki. Guardate un po' qui, è completamente intrecciato in indie. E meno male non sei caduta.
You can tell that we're not used to being in the city with our dogs on leads. We haven't got a clue how to do it.
Indy ti stava guardando, forse ha pensato, forse mamma vuole fare la pipì che alza la gamba.
Actually, I do. We need to find a bathroom. Now we're just coming up to the River Arno, which is the same river that runs through Florence. It does look very similar here, apart from the bridges. When I say apart from the bridges, what I mean is apart from the covered bridge with all the jewellery shops on it, there isn't one of those in Pisa. That's what I meant. One thing I've noticed about rivers in this part of Italy is, compared to England, of course, it's very different. So if this was the River Thames, it would be full of boats parked all along. There would be rowers and kayakers, maybe even paddleboarders in the water. And there would be a riverside pathway where people could walk along, sit on benches and enjoy the view. Here, there's nothing. The rivers are completely inaccessible. You can't get into them, you can't walk along a pathway, there's no boats, there's nothing. It's really strange. So we're just crossing over the bridge and the main street just continues straight ahead of us over there. As you can see, it's a pretty long street. We're not going to do all of it. There's just one shop I want to show you. This is H&M in Pisa. Now I'm going to show you inside, not because I want to show you the clothes, but because I want to show you the location of the shop, because it's in a rather special building. Look at the walls up here. It is amazing. And the ceiling is even more amazing. And as you walk out of H&M, it is also worth noting the building opposite, which is a Marciano, I think Guess. Is that Guess? And this is another beautiful building with stained glass windows and very pretty floors. And original features.
Ok, adesso torniamo dall'altra parte del fiume e andiamo a vedere qualcosa che è lì.
Okay, so we're just coming back over the bridge. We came from where this red building is here, and and now we're going to go up this little side alleyway here where there's a lovely little piazza full of cafes and restaurants and bars where we're going to sit down, have a cappuccino and use the bathroom.
Ok.
Oh, and there's a market today. How exciting. It's good?
È buonissimo, soprattutto azzuppato nel cappuccino.
I was going to tell you something, but it's a little bit loud at the moment. Let's wait for the bells to stop. This is the Piazza dei Cavalieri. It is the second main piazza in Pisa, and in medieval times it was the political headquarters of the town and also the headquarters of the Order of the Knights of Saint Stephen. I can't say it in either language. They were the people who fought against the Ottoman Turks and the pirates of the Mediterranean Sea in the 1500s. The Palace of the Knights of St. Stephen's, which is this fantastic building you can see behind me here, is made with sgraffiti. That is a technique where they layer 2 layers of plaster onto the building of different colours and then scratch through the top layer to reveal the layer underneath, creating this beautiful trompe d'oeil effect here. In fact, if we go close, you can see the brickwork at the bottom is not actually brickwork, it's painting. Let's go and have a look. Believe it or not, nowadays this fantastic building is a high school. If you look closely, you can see that the white is the top layer, which has been scratched off to leave the grey below. Incredible. This red cross on the statue here is the sign of the Order of the Knights of St. Stephen. We've come to the Botanical Gardens of Pisa, which we'd love to go in and visit. Just not 100% sure that dogs are allowed. I think they are. I read online that they are, but I'm going to ask.
Siamo all'Orto Botanico di Pisa, il biglietto era solo 4 euro e i cani non pagano. Non mi piacciono solo i digger, mi piacciono anche le piante e i fiori.
And as we're walking around the gardens, we've just noticed the top of the Leaning Tower. There it is. Che bella.
Sono bellissime queste piante qua.
What a beautiful little oasis of peace and quiet and birdsong in the middle of the city. Very worth €4.
Vieni a vedere che bel posto che ho trovato. Siediti a fianco a me e guarda lì davanti a te che cosa
Wow!
c'è. C'è la torre.
Brilliant. It means we don't have to walk over there. We've got it right in front of us. Whoever thought that you could sit and watch the Leaning Tower of Pisa while listening to frogs singing? Vieni qua. Oh, baby.
E dov'è quest'altra? Vieni anche tu, dai.
Alibu. Alibu. Gigi. Hey, Gigi.
Che sei stupido. Che sei stupido.
Sta seduto là, è steso. So this is a nice little composition that's including the little flowers that we've got by the pool, some alliums. These we've got by the pool. So this is like some inspiration of what else we could add. Some grasses, these red things.
Ma diventa grande questo.
Infatti.
Dobbiamo mettere distanziato perché pian piano.
This is nice. Is that made of shells? Wow. I've always wanted to sit on one of those. I think I'm too heavy nowadays.
Ok, siamo abbastanza stanchi e non siamo andati alla Torre di Pisa perché ci siamo già andati l'anno scorso con Elizabeth.
Surely, if you're coming to Pisa, you're going to go and see it for yourself anyway. We hope you've enjoyed walking around this city with us, and there's plenty more to see here, but I think that's enough for one video, just to give you a little taster of what it's like in Pisa. We will see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Ciao a tutti!